Hmm. Good evening and welcome to this final culmination session of Mains 2026 batch. And in a few days, you are going to write your Mains 2026. And this session is all about that. And first thing that I want to discuss with you people today is remember that perfection is a myth. Now, let's say I have that magical power and I postpone this exam, okay, and I postpone this exam by a month. In that month, you will be as prepared as you are now. You will not be more prepared. Probably maybe even worse prepared because you will take it complacently. You will rest for a week or two, and then you realize, oh, exam is still not over, and we have to study. So the whatever time you had it. That's all. And I hope that you made the best use of that time, and you are here now. Okay, now that you are here, and you just have to make the best of whatever the time you have whatever the time you have remaining. All right. And for that, the first and the foremost thing that you should be doing here is having a very calm mindset. And I know and I'm pretty sure that calmness at this point of time is not going hand in hand with mains preparations for most of you. Already many of you have sort of reached out, saying there's a little bit of stress, little bit of sleepless nights, a little bit of anxiety. Some of you are freshers, some of you are veterans. It doesn't matter. The This kind of things affects all of you. Okay, and that is quite common. And now is not the time to push hard. You can sleep 1 hour extra, 1.5 hour extra. It is quite okay to do that. Now is the time to focus on the performance. And the performance will not happen if you are not calm. If you are little panicked, if you're a little worried, what will happen here is you may, in that nerves, misunderstand the topic, misunderstand a question, read a statement, and a little bit of screw ups may happen. And that is something, my dear friends, you cannot afford. So, what do you do when you are affected by stresses, anxieties, and whatnot? Okay. So, what do? Right? You slow down. Okay. So, you just sit there and you slow down and you relax. You take a deep breath or a couple of deep breaths and you meditate for a few seconds. All right. So that's what we're going to start off this today's session, and we're going to do a short meditation which I have planned for you people. One we had done before the prelims as well. Okay, it's just to reduce all the stresses you have, all the hyperactive mind you have. Okay, so just ensure that we are going to relax now. Okay, just for that, okay, for the duration of the meditation, I'm gonna switch off the video here. Okay, and just follow my lead. Okay, and we're gonna start off with that. All right, now with the video is off. Okay, and I want you to just relax yourself wherever you are sitting. Okay, in your libraries or in your homes or whatever you are doing, just relax yourself. Try not to think of anything in particular. All right, and now I want you to gently close your eyes if possible. I'm pretty sure most of you are indoors. All right. With your eyes closed, we'll start by taking a slow, deep inhale in through our nose. Hold your breath for a few seconds and gently exhale from your mouth. Inhale, hold your breath, exhale, inhale, hold your breath, and gently Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hold your breath. And now gently exhale. Keep your eyes closed as I talk to you in a state of meditation. Now, what happens in life, we are never sure. What happens next hour, next day, next month, nobody of us can see the future. But all of us can try and make a part in creating it. And whatever you have done in the past year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years has brought you to this moment and brought you and will take you to 21st of August and till 31st of August. Were you perfect in those years, those days? Nobody is, so you weren't. But did you give the best that you could? The answer is probably yes. And that is why UPSC has chosen for you people to give the mains examination. Now, how will you do? How will you fare? Probably you are going to do a good job. There are going to be certain situations where you may not be perfect there. Some of the executions that you have planned may not go as you did, but you will still try and give it a best shot. Try and do as much good as possible, because that's what human beings do. That's what human body and mind and soul is designed to. By nature, by default, we are resilient beings. That's why we have survived. All those with anthro-optional can testify. One of the reasons why we survived as a species where our other counterpart species perished is because we are resilient. But just because we are resilient, nothing is guaranteed to us, nothing is handed over to us. We have to take it. And when we try to take it, there is always this thing that, there may be issues with the execution. Sometimes even with the best execution, you may just fall short. Sometimes you may succeed with outstanding flying colors. But what is going to happen, the time will unravel. It's nobody is a soothsayer that can peep into the future. And life, if you look at it, it's a series of wins and defeats. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes we get what we want. Sometimes we don't get what we want. And that's how the life is. A series of wins and defeats. Some people win more than they lose. Some people lose more than they win. And that is the rule of life. Inequality is essentially embedded even in fate, even in the luck. And that is why sometimes, things go our way, sometimes it doesn't. And that is something that we cannot control. What we can control is accepting that, okay, this is going to be the life. We have to do our best and leave the outcome up to God. And that is why sometimes it goes like this. Just pay attention.
कुछ पाकर खोना है, कुछ खोकर पाना है, जीवन का मतलब तो आना और जाना है, दो पल के जीवन से एक उम्र चुरानी है, जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है, एक प्यार का नगमा है.
When we look at it, and when the line of the song goes, "दो पल के जीवन से एक उम्र चुरानी है," that means we are here for a few moments, few fleeting moments, and we have to make a life out of it. The point I'm trying to make so far is one thing and one thing only: life is bigger than UPSC. You really don't have to make such a big deal out of it. You do your best, live, rest up to the God. However, coming to the second part, that doesn't mean that we take it lightly. Because one more thing that ensured the survival of our species is ambition, the drive, the desire to be better than what we were yesterday. And that is something, one more profound thing that has shaped us as a species. We are happy and content, but we want to improve ourselves. It may seem quite paradoxical, but that's what our species is made up of. Few thousand years ago, we were hunter-gatherers. Now we are living in skyscrapers. Why? Because we have that innate desire in us to grow, to improve, and most importantly, to be better. And when we are driven by a purpose that is a glorious purpose, that we can say, a glorious ambition, that motivates us, that drives us, even when things are not going our way, even when we are not perfectly prepared, even when we are, let's say, let's slept a little less, fatigued, you turn up, you show up, and most importantly, you show up with a smile. And that attitude of turning up, even when you are not 100%, but when you turn up, you give your 110%, is something that will lead you towards bigger and better things, that will lead you to your goals. And that is why it is said,
तेरी वो रफ्तार हो, रोके से भी तू ना रुके, हासिल कर ऐसा शिखर, पर्वत की भी नजरें उठे, आशाएं खिले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी, आशाएं, आशाएं, आशाएं.
so that is where you give your 110% every day, each day, every moment. And precisely this is what is going to make a difference on 21st till 31st of August 2026, and probably even beyond that. So keep that in mind, right? Accept successes and failures as a part of life, but do not accept underperforming, because these are the two factors that has driven Homo sapiens till here, and these are two factors which will probably take you home. And with that said, dear friends, I just want you to take a couple of moments, and whenever you are ready, with a very broad smile, open your eyes so that we can continue the strategy session. So, what did you guys think? How's my singing? I sing well, right? With a very feminine voice, right? That was me. Just that voice is a bit feminine. All right. That was Priya, by the way. Okay. She's a very excellent singer. Okay. She agreed to, join me here and, lend her vocals for the songs. Songs I have chosen. Okay. Songs might, like, बोल वो रहे थे, पर शब्द हमारे हैं. I mean, borrowed from the great authors. Okay. So let's now continue with the strategy session, okay? And that is something that, we will be talking about, all right? Now that the warm up is all done, okay. Generally I go impromptu. Okay, 99% of the time, okay, we go impromptu. Today, for the first time in a long time, I have come prepared. Okay, so that I'm scared. People, when they go unprepared, they are a bit scared. Okay, मैं को जब preparation करता हूँ तो I feel scared. More of the brainstorming session, classes में बस PPT बना के आ जाता हूँ, because I feel when we try to hold things too hard, when we try to prepare things and whatnot, okay, so we sort of falter there. Okay, so that is there. Now, you people have done one more song, please. आंसर टू स्ट्रेटजी सेशन बाद में करते हैं. ओके, सो पहले बोलते हैं यार, कंसल्ट कर देते हैं ना. सो या, we will do afterwards. After mains, we will do a jamming session. Okay, I'll call all my great mentees who are singers, and then we'll give them, we'll take requests and we will do it. Okay, so in a way, okay, let us continue. So you have done, like as I was telling during the meditation, that whatever you have done so far, okay, that has brought you till here. Now, going ahead, okay, it's time to peak at the performance. You have to taper your preparation. You have to peak the performance. No need to spend 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours. Sleep if you feel like sleeping for 8 hours, 9 hours. It's okay. The hard part is done. But one more hard part remains, is the execution. Okay, that is something that remains, and that is something that is needed to be done. Now, when I say execution, the execution should be on the predetermined strategy. For essay 1, 2, 3, 4, option paper 1 and optional paper 2. It cannot be random. So the first duty you have, the first task you have, my dear friends, is to execute the strategy that has been decided. Now you have strategies for various subjects. essay का strategy you have discussed with me, GS 1, 2, 3, 4, you have various strategies. Option में अलग अलग strategy है. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Don't go there and you are like, हाँ ठीक है, अभी वो मस्त experimental topic आया है, I'm not sure should I attempt or not, but let me give it a shot. No. You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses. We have worked together in the one-on-one sessions. I have been more than critical of you, sometimes probably even little too harshly, but you guys deserve it. Okay, I have no shame doing that. So the time has come for you to execute what was decided, what was discussed. You know your strengths, what type of topics suit you, right? You know where you do blunders. So time is there for you to implement the exact same thing. Don't watch any strategy sessions, or even if you do watch, like last moment में strategy नहीं change करना चाहिए. Whatever is working for you will work for you in the actual exam. As simple as that. Whatever is not working for you most probably will not work for you. Whatever are your weaknesses, you would have covered upon it, but there will still be, you will not be that comfortable when it comes to your weaknesses. So implement the strategy that has been discussed. This is the first and foremost thing that you are supposed to be doing. Now let us first talk about essay itself. And I'll start with 20th of August. On 20th of August, spend adequate time on essay writing. Okay. What are you supposed to do? Refine the content. Revise the content that you have prepared, not refine. Time for that is also done. First, go through, your examples ka collection, your hooks ka collection, your conclusions ka collection, anything that is pre-prepared quotes, just keep revising them, keep internalizing them. Spellings, just have a look at that. Go through the feedback that I have given. See your major mistakes. See the cardinal mistakes I have pointed out. Whenever you have not addressed the demand of the topic, or narrowed down the topic, or have not written concisely, or when you have not effectively expressed, when you have written a poor conclusion, when hook is not apt, or hook is addressing only one part of the topic, do that. Go through the notes. Do spend some time, okay, quite a considerable amount of time, if not the entire day, at least half the day, doing your essay. Next thing, some of you in our one-on-one sessions have pointed out that you may be having troubles, starting troubles, as in I see that first half of the first essay will be absolutely horrible or pretty below average, but once you have warmed up, second half of the essay and the second essay will be outstanding. If you belong to this category, or even if you do not belong to this category, what you can do is, let's say you reach the examination center by 8, 7:45, 8. Do have a good breakfast at least by 7:45 or 8. Either you have it and go, or pack it and go and have there, it doesn't matter, but do have a solid breakfast. Without energy to your body, your mind will not work. You need glucose. Worst case, because of nerves, you're not feeling like having, because if you're a little bit tense, anxious, right, you don't feel like having it. So then just take some glucon D with you. The better one should be glucovita bolts. It comes like a tablet format. You can just keep it in your tongue or chew it and it will be done. That will give you energy. If nothing works, sugar or honey would also do. It has good carbohydrates, instant energy. Some people have the habit of drinking tea and coffee like this. Okay. And if you have the habit, please do take that. By because these are all the underrated aspects of performance. If you are fatigued and you don't have energy in your body, your mind cannot think, no matter how motivated that is. So you need some glucose in your body. Either have a good breakfast and then have this glucon D. If not, directly have it, but do have some glucose. And you can take it inside the examination hall. There is no bar, glucon D or chocolates if you have the habit. But don't take chocolates that can spread to your answer sheet. Okay. Just you eat it. Do not make the examiner eat. Okay. Or do not show the examiner, sir, likhte likhte humne Snickers khaya hai. Something that does not melt on the paper. Now, some centers are sometimes obnoxious. For example, last year, a couple of centers, especially Jaipur center, I don't know for what joy, they were a bit obnoxious. They may not allow those things. I mean, it depends on center to center. Some centers are very good, God bless them. And it changes. I mean, it's not the center, it's the people who are managing the center, who are the teachers there, which school or college is it. It depends on them. Sometimes if they don't allow, don't resist it. Try to talk to the UPSC person there. Even if it's not happening, do not waste your time. Peace of mind is more important. Take it, eat it, and go. Outside only, that's all. Don't fight. See, UPSC clearly mentions you can take it. Only, apart from coffee and tea, you can take it. If they are being a pain, so just do not argue with the pain. Just let it go. Peace of mind is more important. You can go and talk to the center in charge. There will always be one or two persons from UPSC, representatives of UPSC in that center. Please talk to them. They will have more sanity. Or the principal of that college, or like, there will be somebody from the college either. They can be nice. It all depends on your luck. I mean, these are beyond your control. And try to reach the center at least half an hour before the cutoff time. So 8:30 is the cutoff time. Is it this time? I think so. 8:30 should be the cutoff time. Reach there by 8. Don't reach at 8:29. No, you need to be aram se calm. And then comes the warm-up part. I was talking about those people who are takes time to warm up. Take the paper, any random paper. Just rub your hands like this, little bit like this, roll your wrist, and write one hook and one random conclusion for any topic, whatever you are bad at, some example, something. This is you are creating positive inertia in your brain and your body. There, when you go and sit, That time you may not have that uh, time to warm up. So when you write and go, your brain is already active. Oh yeah, this. Okay, this conclusion. It's like a revision also. It's like a warm up also. Especially this has to be done by those who are taking time to warm up to their essays. Others also can do that. No harm. Just write it and paper अंदर लेके नहीं जाना है. Okay, whatever you write, you leave it behind or you tear and throw. Don't throw it. Just leave it behind in your bags. Who knows? गलती गलती से लेके चले गए and then you call me. I am like how was the paper? Then you're like sir सब सत्यानाश हो गया. Don't do that. Okay, so be smart. Okay, so do that and warm up. It helps even after going in, like half an hour early they are calling you. Sit, you find your designated spot, wherever you sit there. If you want to use the washroom, use it there, and come back and sit and keep thinking about the examples. Do not go into the passive mode. Okay, warm up, just keep rubbing your hands, not nervously, just aram se chill karke. So keep thinking about the examples, keep thinking about the things that you have studied. Don't think about don't start daydreaming, what if I become all India rank 1? I hope you do, but the thing here is that's not the thing to be thinking there. Okay, that's the thing. Only thing is essay. You remember Arjuna? Yeah, the cliche that you all use. This year, I don't think many of you have used that, right? When they ask, when the fish is rotating on top, what do you see? The eye of the fish. So you need to see the eye of the fish. Keep thinking about your various aspects of, it can be the conclusions you have by hearted, your hook that you have by hearted. So somewhere around 8:50 they may give you the booklet. Okay, they may give you the booklet. Some people give it at 8:55. Right, generally somewhere between 8:50 to 8:55 they will give. First thing here is, first write your roll number correctly. That is the first thing. Do not directly go, oh, what topics. It's okay. Directly, first properly, and see the hall ticket also and write. You may have by hearted your number. It's okay. Just don't make mistake there. It will take 10 seconds. See, just write it. I think language medium you have to write. Write English. I think 99.99% of your English. So write English, and then you can glance at the question 8 topics that have been given. Now, again, Jaipur center last year and couple more centers. I don't recall which one. Jaipur, I remember correctly. They gave right on the dot. 9 a.m. they gave. Even if they gave, don't resist. Try to ask nicely. Okay, sir, you're supposed to give 5 minutes early to write roll number. And some centers they give 10 minutes early. God bless them. I mean, can't. This is all luck. Can't help it. I hope those who are writing from Jaipur, your luck turns this year. They give 5 minutes early. Now, whenever they give you, you take, okay, first write roll number and look at the topics. Start with topic selection. Do not start brainstorming first. Start with topic selections. And I've told you how to select the topics in the classes. Also, before selecting topic number, section number A, and you have to glance to section B as well, whichever you are starting. Or if you find a more comfortable topic in section B, which you will write first, do glance to section A. Why? Because in the final FLT, I had kept a simple trap. 2 topics in section A and section B had overlapping themes. Okay, the goal one, it is glorious. Some goals are so worthy that it is glorious even to fail. And the sun, don't if you cry because your son goes out of your life, tears in your eyes will prevent you from seeing the stars. There's a reason why I gave that as a 5th topic, the first topic in section B. It was the easiest topic in the section, and I deliberately gave it at 5th because it had an overlapping theme with the goals. 30% overlap, not 100%. 30% overlap was there, so I gave it because if you are there, you will see that, and then you're like, oh yes. And almost about 15% of you have fallen for that. It's not a big blunder per se, just that some of the dimensions and examples may overlap. What to do if something similar happens in the exam? Answer is very simple. Keep diversity of examples. Can you select overlapping themes in the exam? Yes, you can. As long as both are from the opposite section, you can. But Do not write same examples. Try to keep diversity of arguments and examples. In the people who have fallen into the trap also have gotten good scores in the FLT4 because they maintain diversity. Okay, they maintain diversity, so not a problem there. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, once you take the topic, start selecting the topic, and you can start with either section A or section B, doesn't matter. Start with the brainstorming. Now, first common mistake that is made there, the moment you select the topic, you write the topic if you're starting in section A, you write the topic there. Don't do that. Wait for the brainstorming to be over. What if you do a 5-minute brainstorm and decide this topic is not for you? Don't need to scratch that. Only start writing at the end of 15th, or when you finish brainstorming and start writing, when you know that this is the topic you're writing, that's when you start writing the topic. What's the point? Topic selection के बाद मत लिखो. Brainstorming खत्म होने के बाद, when you're 101%, 1000% sure that that is the topic that you're going to write, that is what something that it should be written. Keep that in mind. Now, write the question number also, 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Write the question number and the topic. Put it in a box and then start writing. And I'm telling you, 15 minutes of brainstorming is what we have practiced. You can take a couple of minutes more, but maximum by 20th minute, you should be starting to write the topic, and 21st minute, you should be along the hook. Do not waste time brainstorming too much. Remember, you may have brainstormed the most or the best essay ever written, but if you do not write it, you will not get marks. If you do not write it, you will not get marks. So you need to start writing and manage time effectively. Do not get stuck anywhere. Now, what if you, sir, I'm writing, I'm stuck in one dimension, what to do? There is a chance you may just somehow finish the dimension and move on to the next dimension. No need to be stuck anywhere. Any point of time, there is absolutely no need to be stuck. And that is something I want you to keep in mind. It's okay. There may be situations that you are stuck, but when you are stuck, you move on, you push. Remember the quote, obstacle is the way. Somewhere, okay, yeah, this is done. Okay, isko thoda more, I'll try to give it a proper closure of this dimension. I'm going to go to the next dimension. And be mindful of the watch. Do carry watches, friends. Okay, analog watches. So do carry, and be mindful of the time. How much time is there? Now, even before you start writing, one important thing I missed. So let's go back. Even before you start writing, the moment booklet is given, start counting the pages, guys. Till last year, I used to tell everybody, count pages. They used to take me for granted. Last year, a few of them have suffered. Because till 2024, 11.5 pages they used to give per essay topic. Last year, they made it 15. This year, most likely, it's going to be 15, as far as I think it's going to be. But we never know. So, whenever the booklet is given, just check. If it's 15, well and good. If it's 15, well and good. If it's not, then you go back to the reverse strategy. You will have 11.5 pages or 12.5, whatever the pages limit is there, you have to manage in that. Now, I have told this in the first class, I'm telling it now only. Do not run behind finishing all the pages. Why they give more pages is, some people have bigger handwritings. Some people have small handwriting. Small handwriting people, 10, 11 pages में word limit meet हो जाता है. Word limit is sacrosanct, not finishing the pages. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, try not to exceed the word limit. Maximum that you can write is 1200, 1225, 1240 तक भी लिख सकते हो, but try to be ideal. I am telling you 1150. 1150 is the ideal. No reason, just exceed the word limit. Many people who have exceeded the word limit, most of them have suffered. Some of them who have exceeded the word limit, somehow they have gotten a decent enough, good enough score, but those are rare instances. But most of them who did not stick to the word limit have been penalized last year. So stick to the word limit. Word limit is sacrosanct, not the pages. Now, I'll just give a simple analogy. Now, if somebody is, human beings are inherently kamchor. Okay? If you are writing more words, you are increasing the work of the examiner. And examiner will not like it. Because instead of reading 1200 words, he's reading 1400, 1450. He will, most of them, okay, most of them will be pissed and they may penalize you for that. They were like, kya likha hai, stupid fellow. So let's reduce marks because you have violated clearly. The word limit is 1200, 1000 to 1200. Probably there is a tolerance of 40, 50 words. So then you need to ensure that you're in the word limit. And those of you who are falling short, no, at least 1050 words. 1000 will be little too less, 1050 at least on the lower end. So ensure that word limit is met. And those of you who are have prone to missing conclusions, you will know after how many pages you will be writing the conclusion as per the size of your handwriting. Just go and keep a dot there or fold the corner of the page. Let that serve as a landmark key. When I come here, I have to start transitioning to the conclusion. A tiny, teeny dot or just little tiny fold on the corner of the paper. That's your landmark. Okay, that's an indicator. And please don't like fold the page and keep a dot and forget that you have folded the page and kept the dot. There's a reason we are trying to keep it like an alarm clock or a landmark key. Bhai, yahan pe aa gaye. So yeah, time to now mold and go towards the conclusion. Do that and try to finish the first essay in 90 minutes. That is paramount, and that's what we have been uh, trying to do. 2-3 minutes, 4-5 minutes here and there, that's also fine, but not more than that. Otherwise, it affects you. And what happens if I take 10-15 minutes more? I think I have taken care of that in your trial by combat tests. I have proven to you that sometimes when your backs are against the wall, then also you can perform. But don't do a trial by combat in the actual exam. That was for the worst case situation. Okay, sir ne sikha diya yaar, trial by combat karte hain. Please don't do that. Make use of the time that's UPSC is giving very graciously, very efficiently, and then try and finish those 90 minutes aram se. And those of you who are handwriting is not that up to the mark, try to write as neatly as possible. As neatly as possible. It's okay. Leave proper spaces, properly underline. Don't rush anything. Do that. And second essay is when you are little out of ideas. Some of your examples, your prepared content is exhausted. You're a little physically and mentally fatigued. Doesn't mean your performance comes down. You have to perform. Take a deep breath, sip a little bit of water, eat something if you feel like it, a chocolate or a glucovita bolt, then excel. The idea, my dear friends, is to write 2 very good essays, not just one. 2 very good essays. It's supposed to be done. Worst case, a good essay and an above average essay. Now, before we move on, those of you who have been scorned by UPSC in essays previously, who has gotten very below average or even very poor score or average score, leave the baggage behind. Every attempt is a fresh attempt. Okay. And every attempt is a fresh attempt. So treat it as such. Just because you got a poor score last time doesn't mean that you will get a poor score next time. And vice versa is also true. Nothing is guaranteed in this exam. Nobody has it all figured. Just leave the baggage behind. You improved, you have written tests, you have taken feedback, and that is something that, I commend you for that. And with respect to that thing, folks, I appreciate your efforts. For the first time ever in ever since I started SAH, almost 65 percent of you, of the entire batch, have finished all the FLTs. And I was so mightily impressed that we have finished FLTs. And almost like 75 or probably even little more than that have at least written three, and 90% plus have written at least two. So that's a very good, number of attempts. This is the highest that has been in the past 4 years I've been doing essays. And that's something that I appreciate. You put in the efforts. Now that will hopefully reflect and you all get a good score. Some of you will get a very excellent score. Some of you will get a above average score. Some of you will get a good score. Some of you even may get a average to below average score, which I hope I don't doesn't happen, but that's the reality. Sometimes execution doesn't go your way. But the thing here is you need to believe that you can make the magic happen. Now that we are on the topic of believing that you can make the magic happen, do not get carried away. Some people, they get carried away in the exam. Flow में topic is out of scope चले गए. They think they are writing amazingly, and then they probably they don't even realize, which is actually a good thing. Otherwise, it will affect essay, second essay, especially if you're writing a first mains. This happened to me in one of the first ever mains that I wrote for the state service exam. This was back in 2015. Okay, I was still not done with my foundation course. I say flow में prelims नहीं का. That time the state service exams were relatively easier. Okay, and I wrote and it cleared, and I had absolutely no preparation whatsoever for mains. Okay, I didn't have sources and anything. I say flow में गया ऐसे. What I did a very, very, very interesting blunder. Section B ka, like I just looking at the topics, and I had section B ka, I saw the topic. I took the detachable question booklet. I saw, let me start with section A, and then I started writing. And at the end, I realized I have written section A and section B. I was like, wow, what a way to screw up your first ever mains that you are writing. And uske baad I have been extra careful. And to an extent, right, people are like many people had done that. And then we all petitioned the commission and they accepted that, ठीक है, नादान बच्चे हैं, बेवकूफ बच्चे हैं. So they accepted, and that's an entirely different story. UPSC is not going to be this kind. UPSC is not going to be this kind. They'll give you straight away zero. But whatever that hard lesson I learned, best lessons are learned through bitter experiences. Though the experience was not as bitter as there were just a few sleepless nights. That's all. And whenever I go to UPSC properly, whatever UPSC mains I wrote, I like properly. I used to see the topics and then write properly. This can even happen in GS, especially again. It can happen to veterans also, but the first timers. You are going to the paper, your detachable booklet में देख रहे हो, and question number 8 लिखने की जगह 7 लिख रहे हो, या vice versa, and then you are scratching it out. Don't do that. See which question. Like my solution to this problem is very simple. You see the detachable booklet, but before you start writing, in question come answer booklet, they would have printed the same thing again. Just ensure that is the same question. A little bit of 5 seconds of common sense is sufficient to do that. Why it generally happens to freshers is little bit of nerves, little bit of anxiety, lack of experience, basically. When you're not experienced, these things are happen. बड़े बड़े देशों में ऐसी छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती है, but this is not a छोटी बात. It's a huge thing which can have a lot of potential ramifications. So keep these things in mind. And also, after the exam is over, okay, once the essay paper is done, right, ensure that whatever the pages are left empty, you scratch them out. And once the essay is over, put a line, okay, that that essay is over. Line X line, okay. Like generally when I evaluate your paper, I put it line X line. Just do that. And that is something, my dear friends, remaining sheets you just scratch it out. And while writing essays, as minimal as possible spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes, and scratching. Try to keep it to a bare minimum possible extent. Now, let's say a minor spelling mistake has happened. Minor, not, and that is not even a keyword. Chalta hai. Don't scratch it. Some little bit of, once in a while, it's better to leave it unscratched. Try to maintain the sanctity of the answer booklet. If it's a major blunder, like a keyword, then very neatly, don't like scratch it like a kid. Very one dash, above that or next to that, you write the actual spelling. Keep that in mind. Now, one more problem that many people face in the essay is you're done with section A and section B, right? Or you're done with section B and the other section, all the four topics are difficult. You're not sure which topic to choose. Not because you know a couple of topics, it's because you're not confident of whatever topic that is given. So what do you do in this such worst case scenario? Use your trial by combat training. Pick any topic for which you have good amount of examples, good amount of hooks and conclusions. That should be your like guide there, and apply your TBC training and put that effort there. Put it, make it worthwhile. Because trial by combat was not just for you to write it in 75 minutes. It's also when there was no choice of topic. When there was absolutely no choice of topic, what would you do? Same, think of that. Okay, yeah, this is the topic that I'm to an extent understanding, and I think I'm comfortable also, and that is something that I'm going to write, no problem whatsoever. Keep it up. Sometimes Hindi translations help. For example, in the fourth FLT, there's this word ephemeral. Ephemeral means temporary. So if you are not sure, see the Hindi meaning. Who know? If you know to read Hindi, I mean, all the North Indians do. South Indians, it may be a little tough. So see it. And if it's happening, well and good. Otherwise, there are other three topics. You don't have to worry too much about that. So keep these things in mind. And the next thing with respect to essay writing here is, for no reason whatsoever while writing, overcomplicate anything. Don't, sometimes it happens, flow may, you start getting too deep into the dimension that it becomes so over elaborate that other dimensions get compromised. So keep that in mind. And remember, keep asking yourself those cardinal questions. Before you enter the examination hall, revise those cardinal questions. Just go through those cardinal questions and keep asking yourself cardinal questions. Let that be your guide. Whatever you're doing, these cardinal questions will be helping you. The next aspect here, folks, when it comes to essays here is originality is rewarded. Okay, and also don't try to experiment too much. A balance between both. Balance between both. And वहां जाके you don't know a word, you're picking the topic, and that is like you're preparing yourself for a disaster. Let that not happen. Let that not happen. The final thing when it comes to the essay writing is, once the essay paper is over, you forget about it. If you want, you can drop me a text. Went good, went like this, that, or whatever, whatever it is. Or after GS, you can connect with me after GS paper 4. It doesn't matter. You don't have to immediately, "Aar, sir ko pura updates dena hai." I can wait. I don't have any hurry. And don't go keep checking other channels. They'll put some poll. which one topic. It's okay guys, आराम से पोल वोल कर लो, हम भी करेंगे after GS paper 4. You have other fish to fry, bigger fish to fry. So focus on that. You have GS1 and GS2 the next day, GS3 and GS4 a day after. Once essay is done, they have taken the booklet, your job is done, your ink is dry. If you could drop me a text, then only fine. If not, आराम से GS4 के बाद चलता है, like how it went, what, आराम से करेंगे, no problem. Just come home or go to your rooms and start preparing for paper 1 and paper 2. Don't, for whatsoever reason, spend too much time. Go there and keep checking. What does this topic mean? Only the ephemeral is enduring. No, once it's done, don't try to do that. What if there is some slight mismatch? You will sit and cry the entire night and you'll screw up GS 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't do research on the essay topics that you have written, whether you are a fresher, you are a veteran. And please don't ask me, sir, have I interpreted this correctly? You are not going to get an answer until your optional paper 2 is done. And I will not, generally I used to, after the GS4 paper, I used to do an essay paper analysis. This time, again, till the paper 4 is done, I'm not going to do that analysis. Because it's not needed. No need to give you anxiety that, you may have little narrowly interpreted. You may lose your sleep just because you slightly narrowly interpreted. It may not be a big impact. You may still end up an above average or a good score, but you will lose valuable time. Once you are done, don't see which is the most written topic. Or last year I had students only, sir, I entered the poll, I have written 4 and 7. Everybody is writing 4 and 7. Is it gone? It was not gone. The student got a good score. The student is there in the final list. And the student is again writing this year to improve the ranks. So nobody knows exactly like what you have done, including yourself. So my suggestion is to maintain your peace of mind. That is more important. All right, next is the important thing. Okay. What if a topic that you have written exactly comes in the exam? Because in 2023, from one topic, not all who wander or lost had come. And last year, from the year-long batch of previous year, the contentment and luxury. Okay, contentment is natural wealth and luxury is artificial poverty. That kind of lucky and happy coincidence can happen. Now, if the exact topic comes, exact ditto, then brainstorming becomes easy if you have written that essay. Now the question is, should we skip a brainstorming then? No. Right? Do a brainstorming and then, no sir, I remember everything. No, please don't do that. If you finish it 5-10 minutes early, they're not going to reward you with extra marks for finishing early. When this not all who wander or lost had come, I remember, one of my student who wrote, she told me, that was Dia, okay, and she told me that, sir, 15 minute pehle ho gaya. My heart came out of this thing, Ali. 15 minute pehle. I was very shocked, and she got 128, 128, and now she's into IPS. That's a other story. But the thing here is, I literally, my heart came out 15 minutes. I think, why, sir, all the brainstorming things was done. And one more student was very clever. He's into forest service now, Rakesh. He finished 20 minutes early. And he was going through the course book and he was seeing everything. Not all who wander are lost. He went, he saw directly. It's like he has revised and he exact verbatim this thing. And he also finished 20 minutes early and he knows, मेरे को बोलेगा तो डांट पड़ेगी. He did not tell. After the result came, he told. Though that year he could not clear civils, he fell short by a few marks, but he's into forest service now. So kindly don't do that. They're not going to reward you anything for finishing early. Now, just in case exact comes, I'm not saying it will. It's all lucky coincidence. It's nothing like, oh wow, it came. There's no prediction here. Sometimes things happen, lucky coincidences. Or it may be one of the topic we have brainstormed. So you have not written the essay, but brainstorming you have done. You know the dimensions, you know unique dimensions. Should I directly start? No. Make a framework again. Write properly. Probably instead of 15 minutes, you can do it 10, 12 minutes, and then start. It's okay. This is one thing. Next thing, what if a similar topic comes which has about 80%, 70% overlap? Like in 2024, there's no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. A similar thing that I had used, that was used that year had come. So if a similar thing comes, and then you have to do the proper brainstorm. You have to do the proper brainstorming if a similar thing comes. Do not think, अरे यार इसके ऊपर almost एक similar essay लिखा है, and I'm just going to just go ahead and uh, use the same brainstorming. Please don't do that. Again, you are tempting fate there. Okay, you are tempting fate. So kindly do not tempt fate. If it's the exact same thing, little bit of brainstorming is sufficient. But if it's a similar topic with a 70% overlap or 80% overlap, there I want proper brainstorming for 15 minutes. Everything should be done, and then you attempt the essay. Yeah, obviously, the examples will be very easy there because you have already written the topic or you have done the brainstorming. But doesn't mean that you screw up things, you take anything for granted. And please do not finish the essay earlier. You might as well invest the time to write more neatly, uh, and that will help you. So keep these things in mind. And before we can take your question and answers, all right, there are a few spies among you people, okay, which I've invited today for this special session. All right, and they're just going here to talk to you about certain things that you should be doing. All right, the first I would like to invite uh, all India rank 207 and Ankit, just to share for his not strategy or anything, okay, just his experience with you.
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Ankit, you're audible.
Yes, sir. So English is okay, no?
Anything is fine.
Okay. So, guys, I know like the nerves will be a little nervy, I'll say, because I was there last year, exact same situation, and essay has been little difficult in the attempt before that. So yeah, I used to talk to sir just before it, and yes, I was not a very good essay writer. I am not a good essay writer. I'll be honest with that. A proper hardcore mechanical essay writer, which is not a bad thing. It's just that you are just not rewarded enough for that. But yeah, that's what I used to feel initially. But I'll tell you that if I can score a triple digit score, I think anyone can score that score. And I think sir will agree with that. I think I was the essay was the weakest part in my preparation, and did what I did over 3 months, and whatever sir gave me all the feedback. So all I can say is just trust yourself. Just trust your instinct in selecting topic or writing all the other GS papers. Just go give it your all. Just don't think twice कि क्या करना है कैसे होगा. Everything will happen. Whatever the stage of your preparation, whatever you have done, everything will fall back. So just trust yourself, and I think that's it. Give it your all. Don't be scared कि क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा. Just go for it, and I'm sure most of you will be able to you know do better than me, and that will be it.
All right, thank you, Ankit. Next, I have one more person, okay, who got one of a very good high score of 120, and he is Sandeep. Over to you. What you want to share with your juniors? Sandeep, Sandeep. All right, I think he's having a trouble. Don't worry, there's always a backup, right? One more person with a very good essay score last year, and soon he will be into IPS and be a backmate of Sandeep. Varun will now address you.
Hi everyone, this is Varun. See, firstly, I would like to talk about general things in this last week of mains. Don't worry too much now. You all done your preparation, I think, quite well because you all been. I used to talk to Faris. He used to tell me how good you all were writing. So don't worry about preparation. This is the week to be delusional. Delusional. Matlab, you just have to believe in yourself. Just tell talk to yourself that you have done sufficiently well. Even if you're not even touch some of the things, it's okay to be delusional now, and you have to have that positive things in your mind right now, because negative things doesn't help you, but positive that that positive mindset will definitely pay you off. And regarding essay, I listened to sir. Last year I wrote only 10 pages. There were 14 to 15 pages, but I wrote only 10 pages. I never used to cross more than 1050 or 1100 words. So it's fine. As long as your essay is good, it's fine. And I got pretty good marks also. So don't worry about that. And regarding another point I used to I would like to mention is getting carried away while writing the essay. It happens, it's natural for everyone. So what I used to do was always, after 15 minutes or after writing two or three pages, I used to go back to the essay topic and see once again. And I would just used to brainstorm again, like whether I'm writing it correctly, or otherwise I'm going out of the syllabus or out of the context of the essay. So always go back to your essays often, and see whether you're writing or whether you're in the context. uh, Another thing is, especially for essay, this is very important. uh, Essay needs to be very creative. So you have to be very happy that day. So talk to your parents. Don't study anything post 7 o'clock. I think sir will tell you that post 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, be happy. Talk to your parents. If you want, you can watch some movie. And if you're, I used to watch some comedy movies, but it's okay if you don't watch. Just sleep. On that day, you have to be very creative. So just be happy that day. And regarding mains, don't worry, you already done the preparation. And whatever you have prepared, definitely you cannot predict. Even in your worst paper, you might get a very good marks, and even in your best paper, you can get a very bad marks. So you can, that is, marks is never in your hands. So don't worry about your marks. Always give the best, even if one of the paper doesn't work out or doesn't go what you thought. It's okay. Go back to the next paper, give the same, take the same energy, uh, do it in the same spirit. You can never predict the marks. That you can take it from me, because last year I thought my essays, I written well, but I wrote four and seven. So I was crying about it with sir for many months, but I got a pretty good score. And some papers I thought I wrote very well, but I got very mid score. So it's okay. You can never predict that. And you don't need any motivation because you clear these prelims. You are the motivation. You are the motivation. So all the best. You'll definitely do well. Hoping to see you on the other side. Thank you.
You are the motivation, like, that's such a lovely thing. You have cleared this prelims. You are the motivation. Yeah, this year's prelims was very tough. Okay, Sandeep's audio issue is fixed. Okay, so Sandeep will now address you. He has been in this journey for quite a long time. Okay, and his was a journey that found the light after a very long tunnel, and soon he will be joining Varun in Labasna. And all of these people will go to Labasna now. They are all waiting the service allocation that is inadvertently delayed. So I think FC will be little delayed for these people, and then they'll all go to their respective academies, and the IS people will stay in Labasna. Over to you, Sandeep.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. That has quite been an introductions. And so, how are you? And how is everybody? Confidence levels are up.
All are
I
doing
hope that.
fine. Yeah.
And sir, from my side, I will not say much because everybody is prepared. They have written so many essays, so many tests. But the one thing that remains is कि on essay is the mains ka beginning, and stress levels are very high. When you enter the exam hall, stress levels will be very high. You will be having doubts. You will be having very low confidence. But you will have to counter that low confidence level. You have to stay confident, calm, and confident. Be composed. Uh, Give some time, let's say 5 to 10 minutes, just for the topic selection. When you are done with your topic selection, rest of the essay is done. You will sail through. The selection is most important, and you are already prepared. Everybody is prepared, so I will not say much. I will not give so much of pep talk. Sir has given you already everything. There's nothing new I can give because I myself got everything from sir. So if anybody wants to ask anything, you are free to ask anything.
Sandeep will take the doubts a little later. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sure, sure, sir.
All right. Okay. Next. Okay. Just a couple of more people. Okay. Now, all the boring boys aside, now All India rank 151, Sakshi will address you. Over to you, Sakshi.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Yeah, okay. So, firstly, I would say I think everyone would be really nervous right now, and it's natural to be so. So, firstly, it's good to accept that everyone is anxious. So, it's natural for you to be anxious as well, and there is nothing wrong about it. So, you don't need to be anxious about your anxiety. And I'm saying this because I was anxious about my anxiety last year, 1 week before mains. So, firstly, accept your anxiety, be normal with it, and people say that you should be calm, you should maintain your mental stability this last week. uh, that is a good strategy, but I think if you want to crib, cry, shout, do it this week, but then do it to your maximum capability so that it does not show up when you're writing the exam. Having said that, the mental stability part is really important, and having confidence in your own abilities and whatever you've developed in the past, not just 2 months, but in whatever span of journey you've covered, even starting from school. We think that these, mains preparation is for 2 months, but whatever we learn right from the beginning, ABCD se leke abhi tak jo bhi sikha hai, comes handy when you're writing, especially an essay. Because I use that ant metaphor, that we had a grasshopper ant story in class 2, I guess. I even used that in my essay. So everything would come handy. Just believe that whatever you've learned from life and during these 2 months is going to help you. And most importantly, and I've said this a lot of times and I'll say it here as well, believe in yourself. I mean, remind yourself that you believe in yourself, and specifically when you're sitting in the exam hall and the exam is just going to start. On the D day, it's really helpful to tell your mind that, whatever I've done will amount to something. And now it's a mental game. So there are two aspects to this exam, I think. One is academic, which you've already done pretty well. And now is the mental game. Now it's just a mental game. Even if someone has read more than you, knows more than you, writes better, structures better, if that they crumble under the pressure, they would write worse than you and would score less than you. So just make sure whatever capability you have made for yourself or gained throughout the years, you are able to use it well and use it to the maximum capacity by telling yourself that now it's a mental game and I have to use my capability better than the others. So that is one thing that I would really like to point out. And I think it really helps to tell yourself specifically that, like, tell your mind that I am ready and I'll just do my best. And other thing is, it's good, lastly, it's good to, let go. थोड़ा बहुत यूनिवर्स, भगवान, गॉड, whatever you believe in, उनको gaslight करना is important. किसी I have done my part, now it's your game. So just handle stuff now. I'm done. This was my max. So yeah, so just saying all this to boost your morale a little and just give you a little reality and a little faith. I hope both of these help you, and yeah, see you on the other side. All the best.
And finally, to top of all my close mentees of last year, All India rank 15, Simran will address you.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. I hope all is set for Mains 2026 and you all are ready for it. I'm here to wish you all the very best. And Mains is going to be a very an exercise which is going to test your patience, your ability to stay calm and composed under pressure, as other people have also told you. Now, just you have to trust your preparation, whatever you have done so far, your strategies, your hard work is going to be rewarded. You just have to enter the examination hall with self confidence and self belief, and with that clarity of thought and patience, you can handle everything which is going to come across. And all the very best. Thank you, sir.
All right. So everybody told everything. I think all of these have covered one thing. They have missed one thing. All right. Smile. Okay. Whenever you're feeling little stressed or not feeling stressed, you're feeling confident, underconfident, doesn't matter. Just force a smile on your face. Right. Because sometimes what happens here is, there is this saying, fake it till you make it. All right. When you feel, oh yeah, I'm happy, I'm confident. Even you may be little nervy, you may be little anxious. Just smile like an idiot. Okay, right, and just smile, and then at that point of time, your body is like sending positive signals to the brain. Okay, this person is smiling, that means he must be happy. Okay, let's release some positive hormones. Okay, so even if it's there, okay, just smile, talk to your Varun told a lovely things, talk to your parents, talk to your friends. Anyways, those of you who have filled the form, right, I'm going to start the call center the day. There's quite a few names this time. I'll start very early and probably go on till late. Okay, and like I'll start calling you people one by one, and we're gonna talk for 2 minutes. Okay, that's just to again boost your morale itself. And ultimately, to cap it off, okay, it's not going to be something that it's not an easy exam. Okay, I'm not denying that. Okay, but thing here is, you people are also not easy. You have worked really hard. Okay, I have worked really hard. I mean, like, last month it has been almost 14 hours work days, right? So we all have worked really hard. And first of all, I would like to appreciate all of you who joined me post 10:30 p.m. sessions. All the late night 1 p.m., 1:30, sorry, 1 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. sessions. I mean, it means a lot. Okay, I know you all people are night owls. To an extent, I am also a night owl. Okay, and everything. So we have done that, right? And just because we have done that, we cannot expect God to give us like, okay, yeah, as Sakshi pointed out, it doesn't simply work that way. You may be amazingly prepared, you may falter, you may not be that prepared, and you may succeed. Okay, and life is not fair. This exam is not fair. But one thing that you should never stop, doesn't matter if it's your first attempt or your last attempt or you're somewhere in the middle of the spectrum. Okay, you should not give up. Simply, like, just because one question went wrong, one section of the essay went wrong, one paper got screwed up, you should not give up. This exam consists of 750 marks. Sorry, 1750 marks. Fight for every mark. Okay, it goes right, it goes wrong. We will see once the results come. But I want you to turn up for 1750 marks. You may have slept very well and well rested. Give your 100%. You may not be well rested. Give your 100%. You may be confident. Give your 100. If you may be underconfident, give your 100. Give 100%. When you enter that examination hall, you should believe that you are as capable as anybody else. You are as deserving as anybody else, and you are as prepared as anybody else. You leave your insecurities, your fears, your anxiety outside the examination hall. There is a lot of time to deal with it once the exam is over. Inside the examination hall, you are the damn best because you're prepared, and there's no perfection. You prepare to the best of your abilities, so you are the damn best. It's not overconfidence. It's like believing, like, was Warren was saying, be delusional. It's like delusionally believing that you can make it happen. Because it's okay to little bit afraid and little bit stressed one day before the battle, but once the battle starts, if you doubt yourself, if you are afraid, then you are gone. In the battle, you should be confident. You should be hyping yourself that you fight till the very end. And that is something. And completing the paper should be the number one task, as Varun types it out here. So don't give a single mark. Don't leave a single mark, because even a one mark can make a huge lot of difference. With that, folks, okay, this is what I wanted to say to you. And as I told you, first time I have prepared something, so let me just read out to you, okay, what I have prepared. Okay, this is similar what I had done uh, uh, last year, but I think I have done a little bit better here. Okay, so let me read out, bear with me. For months, perhaps years, you have prepared for these few days. Now comes the moment when preparation must end and performance must begin. Hence, it is pertinent that you think like a person of action and act like a person of thought. Think, but don't overthink. Analyze, but do not freeze. Trust your preparation. What feels like an instinct in the examination hall is often years of preparation speaking from somewhere deeper. Trust it, because instinct is a marvelous thing. It can neither be explained nor ignored. You know more than you think that you know. Trust it. Because of all these years that you have put forward, you, for the love of a rose, the gardener becomes a slave of 1,000 thorns. You chose the rose, the long hours, the disappointing tests, sacrifices, uncertainty, and self doubt were the thorns. You endured them because the rose was worth it. But the journey is just beginning. You need to be careful, because it isn't the mountain ahead that wears you out, it's the pebble in your shoes. A bad answer is a pebble, a forgotten fact is a pebble. Every disappointing paper is a pebble. Do not carry it with you. Live one question at one question, one paper at one paper. Remove the pebble and keep climbing. Keep climbing, and glory shall be yours. And as they say, some goals are so worthy that it is glorious even to fail. You are not going there to fail, you are going there to fight for every possible mark. But never allow the fear of failure to prevent you from giving everything. Because over a period of time in this journey, you have built a lot of capability, a lot of talent, and wings to fly. Wings are freedom only when they are wide open in flight. On one's back, they are a heavy weight. You have spent years building those wings, knowledge, revision, answer writing, tests, mistakes, and corrections. Do not carry to them in examination hall as a burden. Open them, fly and soar. And with this soar, hopefully your life will be better. But there is a very unique perspective of life to see it, because life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Perhaps mains is the same. Do not think about the rank. Do not think about the interview. Do not think about the person sitting beside you. For those 3 hours, there is the questions that you have and answers that you are there in the mind, and you are supposed to experience that and turn it into your reality. You chose the rose, you endured the thorns, you have climbed mountain after mountain, captured peak after the peak, and thereby built your wings. Now is the time to fly. And when the question paper reaches your desk, pick up your pen and write like you belong there, because, my dear friends, you do. So believe in yourself and make the magic happen. All right, folks. Yeah, this is the first thing in a long time I have prepared using all the our topics that are there. Thank you for all the likes. Yeah, I put in some 15 minutes of my life to do that. And Sandeep says, treat each question as a challenge thrown at you by UPSC, and face it with a smile on your face. Do not let the questions demoralize you. All right, and that's about it. Okay, I have trained you enough, criticized you enough. Okay, now is the time to go and fly. Now, if you have any doubts, I will take your doubts for a few minutes, and then we will wrap up the sessions. Yes, you should underline the essays, not just the important stuff in the essays.